Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. It's the weekend. I'm so excited, you guys, that it is the weekend. I need this so bad right now. Well, I was calling in to Jason earlier and I said, "Hey, what's going on? Are we doing anything this weekend?" And he said, "No, you need to get to work." He didn't say that, but here I am, and I'm actually excited to do it. I get anxiety when I'm not here. So, with that, we're back to talk about Sutton Stracke. One thing, I don't know if you guys know this about me, I don't like, and I got this from Bethany, but I don't like a villain and a victim. And I feel like Sutton Stracke is the perfect villain victim. I feel like we watch this a lot. It's very annoying to see. It's very like, it's kind of, I don't know what the complex is. It's like, I have so much money and I just got to prove myself to you and you're never going to talk to me. Do you know how big my wallet is? Do you know how much money I have? Do you know who the I am? Well, nobody. Really, a nobody. You're on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That doesn't necessarily give you an excuse to treat people like shit. You know, Nene Leakes was bad about that. Nene Leakes would treat people a certain way. And I know this because I've met her. But there are a few Bravo people who treat people a certain way. I can even go in on some Vanderpump Rules ones. But the point is you just shouldn't, you know? And she does this. She treats people a certain way, and then she's like, I don't know why everyone's mean to me. So we're gonna break it down. Smash the like button, guys. Show some love, and let's get into it, shall we? Okay. Well, we're going to see this on next week's episode, but Sutton Stracke, she's accusing her castmates of wanting to break her for years. Now, this is her victim side, right? Because, well, she said her on screen fight with the cast set her back with Kyle Richards, and Garcelle suggested that Sutton's not innocent. And finally, I'm happy that Garcelle is also being like, this is bullshit. You were playing villain, and you're also playing victim, right? So there's that. Um, Now moving on, Jason. Thanks. Um, in the recent episode, Sutton took Kyle and Garcelle to her hometown to meet her mom. Do you guys remember that when they went to Augusta? Yeah. Um, I'm I'm thinking in my head, was that when everything changed? I don't know. Maybe it was because I said this to Ashley from Taste of Reality. There was something that happened. It was my theory. Something that happened in production when Kyle quit because Sutton came in so hard on Kyle at the beginning of the season, and then she flip flopped. She was the aggressor, and then she became like the best friend. God, she flip flops a lot. This woman is like really keeping us on our toes. All right, so they ended up going to meet in her hometown and they bonded over Sutton addressing the passing of her father. But in the latest episode, Sutton seemed less interested in Garcelle and more interested in solidifying her alliance with Kyle. And at one point, Erika and Dorit called Sutton out for her past insults, and Kyle did not step in to defend her. It's not Kyle's place. But in a preview for the upcoming episode, this is where it gets good. Garcelle addressed this and she said, Kyle didn't stand up for you while they were in a private conversation, and it was filmed. This is while they're still on the cast trip in St. Lucia, and Garcelle's talking to Sutton. You can see that she doesn't have much sympathy for her, and Sutton's crying. But Sutton did say, "Kyle and I had a really good weekend in Augusta. To be so set back with Kyle, like I've just had enough." Mm. And Sutton also claimed that no one in the group has ever apologized to her. She said, "They want to break me. They've been wanting to break me for years. I don't want to do it." But in a confessional, Garcelle suggested that Sutton's not innocent. It showed all the flashbacks of Sutton calling Dorit a bitch and accusing Erika of lying, accusing Kyle of losing two sisters. And back in the scene, Sutton also stormed into her room and said, I don't want to go with the group. No, I can't do this. But it was on the recent Beverly Hills After show where Erika addressed Sutton's actions and she said, Sutton can dish it out, but she cannot take it. I agree with that. I've experienced it firsthand. And then I've watched Kyle go through it, and Dorit is going through it now. And I think these other women know I'm right, whether they'll say it or not. her words are not authentic. What is authentic is she's mean to people when they're at their lowest, and there's no need for that. Her wallet's too big. I agree. Again, you she dishes it out, but she cannot take it. This is the shit that like drives me insane. This is what Tamra Judge gets accused of too. This is what they said about what happened in New Orleans. They feel like Tamra Judge goes in on people, and then when people go in on her, she can't take it. Do I know if that's true? No, I don't. But there are a few housewives that are great at this. Like Erica can give it, and she can take it. I think actually Dorit can give it and take it. I mean, there's some housewives, you know. Of course, they have to have big reactions. They're still on TV, but I mean, like, genuinely can take it. Lisa Rinna could take it, and she damn sure used to give it. But then here comes Sutton again. So Sutton Stracke is saying that Erika Jayne lived through her burn victims after their fight. This is not good. This is not good. Well, we know that Sutton and Erika, they've always had this like really kind of rocky sort of shit relationship. But when Erika's on the boat with Sutton, that's when everything hit the fan again. But during the after show, Erika again criticized Sutton, saying, well, Sutton can dish it out, but she can't take it. And I'm just saying that something that, number one, I've experienced and I've observed. And Sutton said, what the hell? What about you and boats makes you so mean? That is a valid point. She is always mean on a boat. But then a clip from the show played of the boat trip in St. Lucia. And, yeah, both Garcelle and Sutton made faces during Erika's comments. And she said, you are very critical and sometimes very not the most compassionate to women that are going through the worst time in their life. And of course, we know who she was referencing. And she also made a claim about Sutton saying, we're mad at Sutton because Sutton likes to kick a dog when they're down. I think these are all accurate statements. But naturally, Sutton did respond saying, coming from the woman who lived through all of the burn victims and the wives that, I mean, this woman don't even know me. Okay. It wasn't all of the burn victims. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and defend Erika. I hate how she operated during all of that. I still hate how she operated during all of that. But Sutton, she don't want to go after me. It's like, maybe she does. Maybe she actually does. I don't think Sutton is a match for Erika. I think the only thing that differentiates Sutton and gives her the ability to fight harder and better and stronger is that wallet that her husband gave her. I really do. I think because if you go too far with her, she can easily, it costs her, for her, it's nothing. She can just lawyer up. I'm sure she has one on retainer, clearly. She gets $300,000 to $500,000 a month. So for her, it would just be like, oh, well, an extra $50,000 to the attorney this month. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Especially because she's getting it in perpetuity. But I don't know. I don't like this. I really don't. I think it's just kind of shitty. But I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys.